she's standing in the snow, her breath visible in the frozen air, her body trembling, not from cold, but from something far worse: death. At her feet lies a small, lifeless lamb. A thin trail of blood stains the white snow beneath its mouth. Around them, in a perfect, suffocating circle, dozens of black crows wait. Just wait. And above it all, her head is thrown back, mouth open wide, screaming. This painting was created in 1878 by a German artist who spent most of his life in France. Today, it hangs in one of Australia's most prestigious museums, and more than a century after it was painted, people still weep when they see it. In 1906, visitors voted it among the 5 most popular paintings in the entire collection. In 2011, they did it again. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. But here's what makes this image truly devastating. It's not about a sheep at all. August Friedrich Schenck was not a household name. Born in 1828 in Glückstadt, a small town in what was then Danish-controlled Holstein. Schenck didn't start out as a painter. As a young man, he worked as a wine traveler, moving between Germany, Russia, and Portugal, selling product and making a living. It wasn't until he was 27 that he made his debut as an artist at the 1855 World Exhibition in Paris. And once he did, he never left France. Schenck settled in Écouen, a small artist colony about 20 kilometers north of Paris. This was a hub for painters, and it was in this environment that Schenck found his voice. He became known for one thing above all: painting animals in crisis. Sheep caught in blizzards, donkeys ensnared by wolves, lambs orphaned in the snow. His specialty wasn't beauty or grace. It was suffering. Not gratuitous, not sensational, but real, raw, emotional. And in 1878, he created his masterpiece. The painting measures 151 by 251 centimeters. It's not small, it commands space. But what fills the canvas isn't grand or ornate. It's simple, brutal even. What you see is a ewe, a mother sheep, standing over the body of her lamb in a desolate, snow-covered field. The lamb is dead. Its eyes are closed, its body limp. A single streak of red blood runs from its mouth into the pure white snow below. The mother's head is tilted back. Her mouth is open. Her breath hangs in the air like a ghost. And her posture, tense, protective, defiant, suggests she hasn't given up. Not yet. Surrounding them, forming a near-perfect circle, is a murder of crows. Dozens of them. Black, patient, ominous. Some stand on the ground. Others perch in the distance. More fly in from the dull gray sky above. They're not attacking. They're waiting, watching. And the viewer standing where the circle breaks open in the foreground is placed directly among them. You're not an outside observer. You're in the scene. You are one of the crows. The color palette is almost monotone. Whites, grays, browns, blacks. No vibrant sky, no warm light, no hope, just cold, just death, just the inevitability of what comes next. And that mother, standing there, screaming into the void, knows it too. By now, you might be wondering, why does this feel so human? Because that's exactly what Schenck intended. In 1872, just 6 years before this painting was made, Charles Darwin published The Expression of the Emotions in Man and Animals. It was a groundbreaking work that argued something revolutionary for its time, that animals experience emotions, pain, grief, joy, loss, that they are not simply machines or resources, but beings capable of suffering, just like us. This idea was still shockingly new in the 1870s, And Schenck, whether consciously or not, was painting directly into that conversation. The ewe in Anguish isn't just a sheep. She's been given unmistakably human characteristics: determination, sorrow, desperation. Her posture mirrors that of a grieving mother in classical art, a visual echo of the Pietà, the Christian image of Mary cradling the dead body of Christ. Except here, there's no divine intervention, no resurrection, just a mother and her child alone in the snow, with death circling. And the crows, they're not random, they're organized, patient, almost human in their cruelty. They represent something more than scavengers. They represent society, opportunism, the cold, indifferent cruelty of a world that preys on the vulnerable. As one critic from Le Figaro wrote in 1878, Schenck was one of those originals who prefer dogs to men and find more sweetness in sheep than women. It wasn't an insult, it was recognition. Schenck saw in animals what many refuse to see in people: nobility, dignity, the capacity to love and lose. The painting debuted at the Paris Salon in 1878, where it caused a sensation. Visitors were moved, not in a sentimental, surface way, but viscerally. Some wept, some stood in silence. The image was engraved and reproduced in periodicals across Europe. It was exhibited in London the following year. And in 1880, just 2 years after it was painted, the National Gallery of Victoria in Melbourne, Australia purchased it. It was one of the gallery's earliest acquisitions, a bold choice for a young institution, but they recognized something in this painting that transcended geography, language, or time. It spoke to something universal. Today, the painting still hangs in Australia, and it's still one of the most beloved and most devastating works in the collection. Some call it the saddest painting ever made. Others say it's the most emotionally powerful artwork they've ever seen. And Schenck didn't stop with this one image. In 1885, he painted a companion piece called L'Orphelin. It's the inverse of Anguish. This time, it's the lamb who stands alone, staring out at the viewer, while the mother lies dead in the snow. The crows line a wooden fence in the background. It's just as devastating, just as unbearable. Schenck understood grief, he understood loss, and he knew how to make us feel it. So what is this painting really about? Is it about a sheep? Yes, but also no. It's about motherhood, about the primal, unshakable bond between parent and child, about standing your ground even when all hope is lost, about screaming into the void, knowing no one will answer. It's about vulnerability, about being surrounded, about the world preying on the weak, and it's about us, the viewers, standing in that circle of crows, watching, waiting, complicit. Schenck didn't paint this to be beautiful. He painted it to be felt. And over 140 years later, it still works. People still stop, still stare, still cry. Because grief, it turns out, doesn't have a species. And neither does love. It never has.